Going on, Sim Racing family? It's your boy Neil. So, recently I've noticed that a lot of gear developers have been talking about this zero cogging in their wheelbase, and in my opinion, is that really that serious in this current state, in this current time? Are we looking for zero cogging in our wheelbase? I mean, granted, it's something that is necessary, but we have had wheelbase with very minimum cogging over the past couple of years. The more modern wheelbase don't have a lot of cogging. It's not that serious anymore. I think one of the things that we are looking for as sim racers is being able to use any wheel and whichever base we choose to use. Now, I think USB pass through from the wheel to the base to the PC is something that we are looking for, and VRS have added that, implemented that into their makeup, where now you can add whatever wheel you want, and it you had add the you add the wheel side QR and the base side QR, and the USB pass through, and the wheel will work with adequate power, and you can connect it to SimHub. And I think that's something that us as sim racers are looking for. Now, another thing is another another company that is working on that is also SimMagic. Granted, the first implementation didn't work or didn't happen without a hitch, but they're working on it. Now, I think that's something that is notable, and that's something that we need as sim racers. We want the ability to choose whatever wheel we want to use on whatever base we choose. But I see that these companies like Moza, Fanatec, um, they're trying to lock us into their ecosystem. They're behaving like Apple, and I don't think that's really fair. Uh, I think if you want us to buy your product, you want sim racers to enjoy what you're building. Open it up. How else are you gonna reach the guys that are stuck on say a Fanatec, and they see a Moser wheel and they like it, but you can't use it on Fanatec because their ecosystem is closed. For you to go outside of Fanatec, you have to buy a $300 hub, and then you gotta buy an emulator. You gotta buy this to fool the pins. You gotta do this. You gotta do all this extra work just to use an outside wheel on Fanatec. And then for Moza, you have to get a USB. You have to get a USB hub, powered hub, and just get the NRG QR and clip it on and you plug in. But some of us don't want wires. A lot of us don't like it. We tolerate it. It's not preferable, I should say. It's not preferred, I should say. But we do it because we want to use the wheel. We want to use a certain wheel on the base. And I think that um, these gear manufacturers should really open it up. I think you'll reach more people like that, reach more sim racers, and you should really consider opening up your system so you would attract more customers. You know, I think one of my favorite wheel ever in sim racing, in my opinion, was the Moza GS. I love that wheel. Now, granted, it didn't have rotating funky knobs, but the wheel was perfect. It had everything that I needed. I loved it. Yes, it wasn't SimHub compatible, right? But the feel of it, I love the wheel. Why did I give it up? Because it was locked down. I couldn't take it with me to upgrade or do anything. And then Moza had gone to the V2. Of course, I had the V1 version, and Moza's been moving forward with their making their product better. And I had the V1, and in order for me to use the V2 wheels, I had to upgrade the base, and that really kind of rubbed me the wrong way. They, yeah, it rubbed me the wrong way, and then I saw a deal I couldn't pass up in Micro Center, and I hopped on it, and I ended up leaving Moza. Now, if there was a pathway for me to upgrade that didn't cost me an arm and a leg, and I had to buy a brand new wheel and this, that, and the fifth, I would have stayed, but I couldn't. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about USB pass through, and that's what we as a simulation community wants. I'm not trying to speak for everybody, but I know a lot of the guys that I race with, right? We would like to use, uh, uh, say we would like to use a Moser wheel on a Fanatic base, or a Moser wheel on a Simagic base, or a Simagic wheel on a Fanatic base. It'll be, who cares what base you want? Just don't lock us in. Just give us the option to choose what we want. Give us the option to choose what we want to put on our base. Don't lock it into a system. Don't be like Apple, where if we wanna, we gotta get Apple Play and this, that, and the fifth. Who? No, don't lock us in. Don't do that. People like options. Give us options. You know what I mean? Give us the options. Right now, I have a Pokorny High Par, um, two Pokornys. I have the Pokorny High Par and the Pokorny Rally, and I have the Cube controls. On all of them, I have to use no wire because there's no USB pass through on the SimiCube. All right, and I'm praying to God that SimiCube, the next one you come out with, has the pass through. If I don't switch to a base that has um, a base that have the USB pass through, Zero Coggin is cool. Don't get me wrong. I remember, but I don't think it's that important, especially that I have the SimiCube Sport, the Zero Coggin. I'm sitting here, I'm turning the the base right now. I don't feel anything. And this is the SimiCube Sport. And this came out years ago. I mean, years ago. Right? Now, Coggin, I know how it can affect the force feedback and everything because you feel a little bit of notchiness. I remember Barry from Simulation Garage who's talking about, oh, there's a little bit of notching. How can we get rid of it? There's a little bit of notching, and I used to wonder what is he talking about. And he was talking about notchiness when the bass was on, but these guys are talking about zero cogging when the bass is off, or they're saying, oh, even when the bass is off, you don't feel it. No one cares about when the bass is off. Why are we talking about zero cogging? Stop. It's not, when the bass is on. You're not paying attention to that. You just want to make sure you're feeling everything smooth, everything right. You're not having a difficulty turning. And I know that cogging can cause some of that while you're playing, when you racing, and you feel that little. But we're in a modern era now that most bases don't have that problem. Most bases don't have that problem. So why are we focused on zero cogging when what we need as sim racers is USB pass through for our wheels, so we can use any wheel on any base? I think that's what we really want. And I think companies should really strive for that. You hear me, Fanatec? You hear me, Moza? Stop it. Can't spit too. I noticed that you guys are reinventing the wheel with the QRs. So if somebody wants to come into a conspit or use a conspit, you have to buy all their stuff. I understand money's the name of the game, but still, man, come on. Come on. Let us make life a little bit more easier and stop trying to dig into our pockets, all right? That's what I think. What we need is USB pass through. Zero cogging is great. It's not the end all or be all. And we're already at a point in time where you don't even notice cogging when the bass is on. Zero cogging when the bass is off, no one cares. Really, who cares? As long as you're not feeling it when it's on. So stop with it, man. Stop with the zero cogging when the bass is off. The bass is off. You shouldn't. Who cares? Come on, give us USB pass through, people. All right, Moza, Fanatec, um, SimiCube. I'm gonna call you SimiCube. Yes, give us USB pass through. And I know V&M is working on theirs. There's another company that's giving us USB pass through too. They're working on theirs. Come on now, follow suit, man, and give us what we want. Open it up, open the floodgates, and let us race what we want on our system. We can dabble and whatever, dip our feet over here in this little water, or like that. Yeah, let me put it on. Come on now, open it up and let us be happy and let us race. Yo, I'm Neil from Rude Boy Neil. And look out for some more videos coming from me. Don't forget, Grace Dynamics web shops. If you are a DIY guy, he got funky knobs. He got rotary knobs, thumb rotaries. He does do some DIY. If you ask him, put in a request, he'll build a wheel for you. All right, and you send it out. You just reach out, and you most definitely get an answer from him. That's my big brother. So don't give him trouble. That's what I'm saying. Give him a whole bunch of trouble. Anyway, it's your boy Neil, and I'll holler at you in the next one. Peace.